Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm gonna draw another picture here. I'm gonna do a skull this time. I almost lost my pens. I cleaned up and I didn't know where I put them, but in case you're wondering, this is what I've been using, the Jelly Roll Classic. It's archival ink. It's waterproof, chemical resistant. So I still have no idea what paints I'm using or where I got them. I think I got them from the stationery store. I think they're light fast, but I'm not sure. I'm getting some paints that aren't light fast, but they're better for illustration. So since these are all going into a book anyway, I figure I might as well use, it doesn't matter if they're light fast or not, because I'm not actually gonna put them on a wall or anything, right? So anyway, hope you've been enjoying these videos. I've sure been enjoying making them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do a skull and a sort of a sword hilt idea that I came up with. And I don't know. I'm just going to draw it and see what happens here. I did kind of a little bit of an outline in pencil, sort of what I wanted to do. So a thing I like to do, like you see there, is I add little details as I go, just so that I can maybe add something later. I kind of find that as sort of a way of like adding a little bit of creativity, you know, sort of a little, you know, what I'm going to do in the future or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just kind of scribbling this guy out. I'm not really sure exactly what my plans are here. Just sort of, I really enjoyed drawing skulls, which you may know. Just if you watch my stuff, it's just a lot of fun for me. I really enjoy it. So I was gonna make this guy pretty toothy. So I don't know if it's a human or what all it is. It's had a bad day though, whoever this is, because as you can see, they're kind of you know, their skull's been embedded into a sword hilt. So I don't know what this will be. Actually, I have an idea for this illustration. There is a reason I wanted to do this one. So I'll show that later if I get a chance. I'm going to be busy this weekend. I really lost a dear friend and somebody that I've known for, well, pretty much my entire life, actually. So it's really kind of sad. Well, it's very sad, actually. It's not kind of sad. It's extremely sad. But anyway, so I have to go to a funeral this weekend. So I don't know. That's going to kind of hold up my progress a bit, I guess. But, you know, it is what it is. You gotta pay your respects, right? So I really love the guy. It's really a shame to have lost such a close friend. He was a close friend of the family's, but he was a friend also of all, you know, he was a friend to so many people. So yeah, I have to go there. So it's unfortunate, but life, you know, that's life. You enjoy it while you can, you know. He says as he's drawing skulls, but you know, hey, it is what it is. It's a fantasy thing, right? So I want this. So this is just sort of like some kind of, see, I try and leave little bits of what I can. I'm really enjoying developing this style. I have to say, it's really fun to. I didn't do a background. I was actually thinking I would do a background, but I didn't get around to doing that. We'll do that in a bit here. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. So I'm gonna do. Why shouldn't there be something hanging off of there, right? kind of looks neat. And now I'll put something hanging off of here too. What? I don't know. It's a that, whatever that is. Now I'm just adding kind of like details and stuff, just and complexity to it, things that I want to have. I don't know, just, I mean, because I'm coloring it, I don't really need to get too carried away with details and stuff, right? Because, like, who cares? Because color makes up for a lot. It's kind of insane how much that can make up for stuff, right? Color. In fact, I can correct things if I make a mistake. It's pretty easy to correct with color, which is kind of fun. Although I'm liking everything so far in this one. I love how toothy it is. Yeah, so I don't know what this is. It's just sort of planted sword, I guess. Could be a standard, I guess. No, I think it looks like a sword. Well, it was, yeah. Yeah, I can make it. Yeah, it'll be all right. All right, so here we are. Let's just add some more interesting stuff in here, right? And yeah, I think that'll be all right. And I should have added some detail, I guess, around it, but I didn't. So there you go. I could actually add the detail post drawing, I guess. So maybe I'll do that. So let me see. I've got some other colors here. There's something maybe. I was thinking of trying some of them out. So what I'm going to try out are these things here. La Pet. I don't know what they are. I think we've got a name on them. I'm just going to try them out a little bit. Sennelier. Sennelier? Yeah. I believe they're light fast as well. I'm not sure. So I'm going to try a little bit of the yellow or the orange. This is orange. And I want to gray it up a bit. So that means adding some blue to it. So I'm going to take some of this and add, oh my God, but I added yellow to it too. All right. Maybe I needed more than that. Let me see here. No, I think that's okay. So, more water though. I'm going to need way more water. I added yellow to it by accident because my palette already had yellow there. So it was kind of orangey anyway. All right. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is just put this all over here. So I am learning pretty quickly how to get this done. haven't done a lot of drawings yet on this stuff, but I'm feeling pretty confident with how quickly I'm sort of learning. I feel pretty good about it, actually. Yeah, so, all right. There's my first thing there. Wonder if I should have done the teeth. Yeah, maybe, eh? The teeth, too. All right, there we go. All right, so we've got him. Got his skull down there. So what you can't see here is I've got a little piece of paper that I'm drying my brush on because I don't want it to be too, I don't want things to be too, what do you call it? Oof, man, that's really, I don't want it to be too wet sometimes. Yeah, okay, that'll work. So I'm gonna do in here next. So I'm sort of thinking this in terms of like if I were drawing digitally, or coloring digitally, because I do color digitally. Usually that's how I color my artworks. And so I'm thinking in terms of what I'm doing right now, because I have to kind of put it in those terms so I sort of understand, is right now I am what you would call sort of flatting the colors. So, you know, like I'm just adding colors in, you know, sort of what the base colors are going to be. And then I can go in and add stuff afterwards. So here I've got some blue over here. Let me see. Yeah, okay, that's actually perfect. I mixed this up before. All right, so I want this down here. Okay, and then as well, I'm going to put this up here as well. So the reason being is to tie it together, right? So that I've got the colors. And basically that's all I want is the 3 colors, and then I'll basically go from there. You know, I'm not really going to add any other colors. You'll see what I mean. But, almost did but by going and doing this, it kind of ties it together a little bit, you know what I mean? So you can kind of see. I could probably put a 3rd color in there. You know, like a green or something. But maybe I'll put green in the background. That's what I'll do. I'll put green in the back. Now I want something over here to be. I'm going to use like. I already got in trouble for this from someone. Well, not trouble, but I'm going to use just basically a primary here. And the reason is because I want that to kind of look like a gem. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some orange, which I already used some orange, but I think that other color looked pretty good, actually. All right, so there we go. So I want it to be a little bit orangey and a little bit darker, which that is. So then the light's coming from this direction. You can see that because I put the darker yellow sort of over here, even though that's just a wash, but still you get the idea. So the light is coming from this direction, right? So I'm going to put my first initial darker red down here like that, and then I need it over here as well. So it's not too dark compared to up there, but that's okay. It's probably because of that bright orange that I put in there for kind of to be a gem thing. So now I'm going to add, and I'm going to make up for some of the places that I missed a little bit of color in. So this is going to be in there a little bit. I think that should actually be a little bit of red, a little bit of color in there because something's going on there. All right. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do is give that a bit of time to dry. So let's work on the yellow. Let's use like a complementary color for a dark, which I don't know. We'll add a little bit of this in there just to gray it up a bit. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want for the skull, I think. It's a little bit dark. So I'll lighten it up a bit with a little more water. And then All right. What I'm going to do is, because it's over here, I'm going to just add in the darkness over here. So one of the things, I mean, I'm not new to shading. I'm not new to color theory. I'm not new to the only thing I'm new to is physically doing this with an actual brush. That's what I'm new to here. So when I say, oh, I haven't done this before, you're like, hey, wait a minute. He seems to be catching on awful fast for someone who hasn't done this before. No, I know what I'm doing. I'm just learning how to handle the brush, right? And, you know, so I'm not, you know, woo, that's bright. Now I need to go. Okay, all of that's pretty wet. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to concentrate on the metal some more. So I need to go over here onto this palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a little bit of blue. And then I want this to be quite a bit stronger mix. I'm going to add, see, so I've got the blue, and then I'm going to add in some orange. And as you can see, I sort of get a purple, but there's a lot of that blue in there too, which will let me, you know, shade, which is what I want to do here. I just want to add shadows to just kind of make it, because when you add shadows, it kind of makes the whole thing. And the light's coming from this direction, so you have to imagine, right, where the light's going to hit. The light's going to hit here, and the light's going to hit there, like that. And where is it? So the shadow's going to be here because the light's coming from here, so it's going to be in here is going to be shadow, right? And up here be a little bit of shadow. Down here will be a little bit of shadow. Yeah, that's all I want. And because it's kind of a cartoony thing, I don't need to be too you know, tough about it. So, and that is sort of my thing is cartoons. I love doing cartoons. So I think this might be a little bit wet for this. Yeah, it's a little too wet yet. All right. So what I'll do is I'll dry this up and I'll take that out a bit. And try and wait for a bit. Now I'm going to take this. I know, you should always mix your colors. But you know what? Primary colors are great sometimes. Just, you know. Oh, that's not even primary because it had a goop in there. All right. Well, whatever. Just so it kind of looks a little bit like a... I want it to look a little bit like there's some kind of a gem or something in there, right? All right. How are we doing for wet? It's pretty wet. Shoot. Well, maybe if I'm really careful, I can start putting... So I want to put in some stuff, a little bit of darker in here. My impatience. I have to be careful with that. I have to watch. I don't get too impatient with stuff. But I just need to dab it on because it doesn't need to be like crazy amounts or anything. Just showing that, just enhancing the shadows a bit. So I'm starting to develop my own theories now about watercolor, which is kind of fun. Yeah, there. I like that. I can... All right. So now I think this was the color I had for that, right? What was this? I had a color. I said the skull. Oh, no, I didn't. All right. I'm going to go again. I'm going to add more red to this. There we go. That'll be good. Yeah, that's really good. A little too, all right. So we're just going to kind of all right. So I'm ordering some colors that are, I'm really excited to get them there. I was talking about them. They're from Japan and they're for illustrating. They're not, light fast, as I was saying, but what's neat about them and why I'm looking forward to is because when these dry, they tend to lighten. And it's very hard to illustrate with that because I don't really know what I'm looking at. Right, when that happens. So, so these will be a little bit better because they'll stay the color that I lay down, basically. I'm going to grab some green here. Yeah, I'm going to grab some green and I'm going to put the green in here. And I'm going to just add it in here. Sort of for a bit of a background. Nothing much, just, you know, it just adds a little bit of something to the picture. And green is a good color. Could have been a little less dark maybe, but no, it'll lighten up as it dries anyway. Yeah, so there we go. That's all I wanted to do. I've got an idea for this guy that I want to use him in something. So I just thought I'd do a quick sketch, share it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe and leave a like. And please leave a comment. What am I doing wrong? Can you see anything I should be doing differently? I'd love to hear it. Actually, you know what? I could darken up those eyes a bit. Let's do that. And please don't forget to subscribe. That would be really cool. What's this color? Oh my. I'm starting to run out of room here to... Nope. I think I actually have black, which is not a good thing. Yeah, there we go. Well, it's more like a green, but I'm just going to take it. Whoops, where's my... There we go. It's not really, it's more of a green, but that's okay. I'm just going to darken up the eyes a bit in here with it. And the nose. Is that the right color? Yep. And the nose a bit. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. And I guess I'll see you hopefully in the next one. Take care. And thanks for watching.